Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti so Arjuna. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. Purport. The Lord's descent from his transcendental abode is already explained in the 6th verse. One who can understand the truth of the appearance of the personality of Godhead is already liberated from the. He returns to the kingdom of God immediately after quitting his present material body. Such a liberation of the living entity from the material bondage is not at all easy. The impersonalists and the yogis attain liberation only after much trouble and many births. Even then, the liberation they achieve, merging into the impersonal Brahma Jyoti of the Lord, is only partial. And there is the risk of returning again to the material world. But the devotee, simply by understanding the transcendental nature of the body and activities of the Lord, attains the abode of the Lord after ending this body and does not run the risk of returning again to this material world. In the Brahma Samhita it is stated that the Lord has many forms of incarnation. Advaitam achyutamanadimanantarupam. Although there are many transcendental forms of the Lord, there is still me and the same Supreme Personality of Godhead. One has to understand this fact with conviction, although it is incomprehensible to mundane scholars and empiric philosophers, as stated in the Vedas. Eko deva nitya lila anurakto bhaktavyapi hridi antaratma. The one Supreme Personality of Godhead is eternally engaged in many transcendental forms in relation with his unalloyed devotees. This Vedic version is confirmed in this verse of Gita personally by the Lord. One who accepts this truth on the strength of the authority of the Vedas of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who does not waste time in philosophical speculation, attains the highest perfectional stage of liberation. Simply by accepting this truth, one can without a doubt attain liberation. The Vedic version, Tattvamasi, is actually applied in this verse. Anyone who understands Lord Krishna to be the Supreme, who says unto the Lord, "You are the same Supreme Brahman, the Personality of Godhead," is certainly liberated instantly, and consequently his entrance into the transcendental association of the Lord is guaranteed. In other words, such a faithful devotee of the Lord attains perfection, and this is confirmed by the following Vedic assertion. Tameva viditva amrutyapyameti nanyaha pantha vidyate yanaya. One can attain the perfect stage of liberation from birth and death simply by knowing the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is no alternate, because anyone who does not understand Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead is surely in the mode of ignorance. Consequently, he will not attain salvation simply, so to speak, by licking the outer surface of the bottle of the honey, or by interpreting the Bhagavad Gita according to the mundane scholarship. Such empiric philosophers may assume very important roles in the material world, but they are not necessarily eligible for liberation. Such puffed up mundane scholars have to wait for the causeless mercy of the devotee of the Lord. One should therefore cultivate Krishna consciousness with faith and knowledge, and in this way attain perfection, since the Bhaktivedanta purpose. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nitinamine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we are celebrating Sri Krishna Janmashtami today and tomorrow, the Ashtami of this month. Those who calculate Ashtami and month on the basis of Paurnami, Hunnime, for us it's a Bhadrapada month. Bhadrapada month, Krishna Paksha, Bhadrapada Masa, Krishna Paksha, Ashtami Tithi. It is starting today night and it is continuing till tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. So we are celebrating today and tomorrow Ashtami of Bhadrapada Masa, of the Paurnami Tithi calculation of Krishna's birth. So it is described in the scriptures, Krishna has taken birth in the Bhadrapada Masa, Krishna Paksha, Ashtami Tithi. And Krishna also took birth at the right time when the Rohini Nakshatra also was there. But not always both come together. So all the scriptures are explaining, all the gurus, acharyas have told us, everybody must observe Sri Krishna Janmashtami Vrata. By observing Sri Krishna Janmashtami Vrata, we can get rid of all the sins, papa, which is accumulated from the many births. If we have to take account of every sin we have committed for the past several lives and counteract those, it is impossible. It is not possible to counteract such a huge sinful and activities which we have done. The resultant of that is what we suffer. Now, what is the solution for such a suffering soul in the material world? Is to perform Sri Krishna Janmashtami Vrata. If you do Sri Krishna Janmashtami Vrata and worship the Lord today and tomorrow and chant the glories of the Lord, render service to the Lord, practically whatever you can do in your hands. Engage your mind in thinking of Krishna. You will be relieved from all the sins committed. This is the promise of Krishna, is a promise of all the Shastras, the scriptures. Therefore, observing Sri Krishna Janmashtami is the mandatory for those who want to get liberated from the sufferings of this world. And when we know there is a suffering in this world, we would like to get rid of that. Nobody wants suffering. We have to realize the risk and suffering. Just like if you look at the electric plug and there is electricity and you don't put your fingers inside the electric plug because you know there is electric shock. The fear of electric shock will not allow you to do such things. Like that, the fear of the suffering of this world, we constantly see in the newspaper and in the news and the various media, we are coming to know how people and animals and everybody are suffering in this world, knowing which we should be extremely careful not to get stuck in this material world. That is Krishna's message. Here in this verse, Krishna is saying, if you don't want to take birth in the miserable condition like this, unhappy condition like this, then janma karma cha me divyam yo me vetti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanmaneti mameti. So Arjuna, then you must understand Krishna's janma and Krishna's karma. Krishna's janma, just by understanding Krishna's janma, you need not to take birth again in this world. That is the power. Because by understanding Krishna's janma, you understand he is not ordinary person. We all are ordinary people, ordinary soul, jivatmas. Nothing great about our taking birth. We take birth so many times in so many species of life. So many parents, so many fathers and mothers in different species of life. But Krishna's birth is not like that. Krishna is not suffering like us. Krishna does not undergo distress like us. He is coming blissfully to give us the bliss, give us the happiness, take us back with him to the spiritual world. We must understand this important message. So in the Satya Yuga, there was a great sage called Sutapa, and he had a devoted wife called Prishni. And the Sutapa and Prishni, the sage Sutapa, they did tapasya for 12,000 celestial years. 1 year of the earthly planet is 1 day of the celestial day. 12,000 celestial years they performed great austerity tapasya to please Lord Vishnu. So by this tapasya, the Lord Vishnu appeared to Sutapa and Prishni and asked, what do you want? Why are you performing so much severe austerity to see me? Okay, I am here. Please tell me, what do you want? Sutapa and Prishni asked a simple request. We want a son. We don't have a son. We want a son, but we want a son like you, my dear Lord. And Vishnu laughed. He said, I cannot create somebody like me. Nobody can be like Krishna. Either you can be Krishna or not Krishna. You cannot be like Krishna. Vishnu said, I will come as your son. And I am pleased by the austerities performed by you. I will not only come once, I will come 3 times. In the 3 consecutive lives of yours. The first life is Prishni and Sutapa. And Lord took an incarnation as Prishni Garbha. The Lord Prishni Garbha appeared simply to please Sutapa and Prishni. He performed various pastimes as a devoted, obedient son of Sutapa and Prishni. In the next life of Sutapa and Prishni, they became Kashyapa and Aditi in the Treta Yuga. You see, they are not ordinary. Kashyapa and Aditi, then the Lord came as promised for the second time as a Vamana Deva. And he subdued Bali. Now in the next life of the Kashyapa and Aditi, they are Vasudeva and Devaki. Vasudeva and Devaki are coming from the great background like this. They're coming from Sutapa and Prishni, Kashyapa and Aditi. Not ordinary souls, not ordinary. They have done so much of tapasya. They are very special Atmas, personalities. They had a blessings of Krishna. And Krishna has agreed to come. Now Krishna's pastimes in the Dwapara Yuga is very, very interesting. He comes with various interesting activities. And Kamsa is a big demon. And he was torturing all the devotees. So Lord had to come. And so many demoniac, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati. Lord wanted to come. When he came, he also wanted to attract all the living beings back to him. Krishna is very attractive. Like today we all have assembled here to see Krishna, hear about Krishna. 5,000 years back, Lord had come. If there is a personality in this world whose birthday is celebrated even after 5,000 years, that is only Krishna. None of our birthdays will be celebrated. After this body is over, everybody forgets. Sometimes some politicians make some special day to celebrate their birthday. That also will not remain. Maybe 50 years, 60 years, 100 years it will go. But here is a personality, his birthday is celebrated after 5,000 years. So then Lord comes, he comes with very interesting pastime. And he had a lot of things to do. So Kamsa has heard his sister Devaki's 8th son will kill him. So he had put Devaki and Vasudeva in a prison. And Devaki and Vasudeva are, as I explained, they are great souls. And Kamsa wanted to kill the 8th son. But somehow he decided that I will kill all the children. The first child was born, the Vasudeva came and submitted to Kamsa and Kamsa killed him. So like this, there is a continuously Krishna kills all the 6 children of Devaki. Who are these 6 children? Anybody knows? What were they? How were they killed by Kamsa? The 6 children of Kamsa, first I will tell an analogy, then I will tell the story. This is an analogy for us to understand the importance of Krishna. The analogy is that the 6 children of Devaki and Vasudeva who came before Krishna can be compared to the 6 enemies, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. When the 6 enemies, 6 impurities seated in our heart, what did the Kamsa do with them? Kamsa killed them. We have to kill the lust, greed, anger, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. We have to kill all these bad things from us. Then we become pure. Then you can see Krishna. How they can be killed? They can be killed by the fear of the material miseries. As I explained, if you know there is electricity in an electric plug, you will not insert your finger inside. Like that, if I get entangled with kama, krodha, lobha, if I do all these things, lust, greed, anger, if I go through all these things, I will suffer more. The fear of that. So we wanted to extinguish that. The Kamsa killed. Then after that, Balarama came. The seventh child of Devaki is Balarama. And he was attracted to the womb of Rohini, Akarshana, by the will of the Lord Krishna, Balarama was transferred to the womb of Rohini in Gokula. And the Kamsa understood Devaki's seventh child as a miscarriage. And then the eighth child. Now who is seventh child is Balarama. Balarama is a representation of Guru. So we have to get rid of Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. We should also need a mercy of Guru, Balarama. Then Krishna comes in your life. So now who are these 6 children in reality? They are actually the sons of a demon called Kalanemi. The Kalanemi is a demon in the Asura dynasty of Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu had many children. So among them, their granddaughter. So like this, there is a connection. The Hiranyakashipu's grandsons, children are the 6 souls, Shadgarbhas. They were actually Kalanemi's children. And these 6 children are originally the sons of Marichi, son of Brahma. The son of Brahma, Marichi had 6 children, and these 6 children did lot of sinful activities, heinous activities. The result of sinful activities of these 6 children, they were cursed to take birth in the demonic family. Hence they took birth in Hiranyakashipu's family, Asura Kula. After taking birth in Hiranyakashipu's family, these 6 children went for tapasya. They did a great tapasya and pleased Vishnu. They pleased Brahma. They knew that Asuras will be generally killed by Devatas. Their natural enemies are Devatas. So when they were asked for the boon, they said, we should not be killed by any Devatas. That was their requirement. So they got the boon and they came back. This displeased Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu became very angry. How did you go for tapasya without taking my permission? Hiranyakashipu was angry for not taking his permission for tapasya. And he cursed those 6 children that you may become in the next life a sons, and you will be killed by your own father. Now this was not in the list of the boon. Father can kill, Devatas cannot kill. So in the next life, the partial incarnation of Kalanemi, the demon, became Kamsa, And these 6 children were cursed to be killed by the father, previous life father, Kalanemi, became the sons of Devaki. Then Kalanemi killed all the 6 children. And after being killed, they went to Sutala Loka. Later, Krishna goes and gets them back on the request of Devaki. Devaki asked, I want to see my 6 children. So Krishna went to Sutala Loka and got them. By the darshana of Krishna, by the association of Devaki, they all got liberated in the next life. You see here how much background is there for somebody to take birth in the Yadu dynasty, in Krishna's elders. And now the Lord has come. By Lord's presence, those 6 souls got liberated. That is the power of Krishna. Just by knowing Krishna, we can get liberated. The yogis and tapasvis and jnanis are doing tapasya for thousands and thousands of years. And even after the liberation, there is no guarantee so easily they get liberated. Even after that, they may come back to the material world. This is the power of bhakti, the devotion to the Lord. The bhakti is the most powerful thing and most easiest thing to attain Krishna. You know Krishna, you can go back to Krishna. What does it mean? Krishna's Janma. Now we understand Krishna is not ordinary person. He is a supreme personality of Godhead. By knowing Krishna, I also understand who am I? I am not Krishna. I am not God. I am servant of God. When I understand Krishna is God and I am servant of God, I render seva to Krishna. When I come to this consciousness, this is called Krishna consciousness, then I go back to Krishna. So this is the secret. The easy process to approach Krishna by knowing Krishna. So it is said in the Bhagavatam, Muktanamapi siddhanam narayana parayanaha sudurlabha prashantatma kotishu api mahamune. Muktanapi siddhanam. Of those who are liberated during this life, who are perfect, siddhanam. What kind of people? A person who is Narayana Parayanaha, one who is concluded that Narayana is the supreme. Sudurlabha, very rarely found such person. Prashanta, fully pacified. Atma, that Atma, he is one among the kotishu, out of millions and trillions. And such a person is very rare. O great sage, among many millions of the liberated and perfect knowledge of liberation, perfect in knowledge of liberation, one may be a devotee of Lord Narayana or Krishna. Such devotees who are fully peaceful are extremely rare. And such a devotee who has accepted, concluded who is Narayana, who is Krishna, is very rare, Bhagavatam is saying. Kotishu api mahamune sudurlabha prashantatma narayana parayanaha. Such a devotee is very rare. So, the scriptures glorify the Krishna's position like this. Because otherwise, even somebody has attained the perfection, a great jnani, great yogi, yenyecha aravindaksha vimukta manina tvai ashtabhavat avishuddha buddhayaha aruhya kruchena param padam tataha patanti adho anadhrita yushmadhangrayaha. Srimad Bhagavatam says, the intelligence of those who think themselves liberated but who have no devotion, they have no devotion to Vishnu, that is impure. Even they rise to the highest point of liberation. They got mukti by how? By the severe austerities and penances. They are sure to fall down again to the material existence because they do not take the shelter of Krishna. Since they have not become devotees of Krishna, those people who got mukti, they may again fall down to the material world. That is what the importance of understanding who is Krishna. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, avajananti mam mudha manushim tanumashitaha param bhavam majananto mama bhuta maheshwaram mama bhuta maheshwaram aham maheshwara. Avajananti mam mudha, but those who are dull-headed, those who are not having sufficient intelligence, mudhas, they will never understand me. Avajananti, they don't understand. Param bhavam majananto, they don't know my supreme position. They think, manushim tanumashitaha, they think I'm an ordinary human being. That is why people sometimes compare Krishna. They say Krishna's birth, Krishna's death. Krishna is Aja, there is no birth for him. There is no death for him. They say Krishna is also suffering like us. So this is because of their misunderstanding. So many Hindus also thinking Krishna is also one person like us. He also has a death. He also died. And he also had a lot of difficulties. This is an imperfect understanding. Therefore, Krishna says, avajananti mamudho. He is the Supreme Lord. He comes just like a sun rises in the morning. Sun does not die in the night. He appears and disappears. So, Janmashtami is the appearance of Krishna. We are able to see him the day which he manifested. That is why we are celebrating. When devotees are anticipating for the appearance of Krishna, and Krishna has come. And the Ashtami Tithi, the Lord has come. So it's a momentous celebration for devotees. The Lord has come. Someone whom you are waiting, you are loving them so much, that personality, and he comes or she comes to your home after a long time. It's a momentous, it's a matter of celebration. So Krishna has come today. That is why we all are here, to see him, to celebrate, to enjoy. We should all dress nicely, engage in the service of Krishna so happily, and spreading the message of Krishna, distributing prasadam to people. There is so much of activity which we can do on the day of Krishna's appearance. Because our beloved Lord, Supreme Lord, has appeared on this day. So, it is explained the greatness of the devotional service like this. So, unless you become a devotee, understand Janma of Krishna. Little bit we understood what is Krishna's Janma. We can't go back to Krishna. So this is the understanding of Srimad Bhagavatam. And tomorrow we will discuss the karma of Krishna. Today we discuss the Janma of Krishna. Tomorrow we will discuss karma of Krishna. Janma karma cha me divyam. Then we understand the transcendental activities of Krishna. Then punarjanma neti mameti so arjuna. Again we need not to take birth on this material world. So that is our desire. So today is observing Janmashtami first day. Tomorrow is fasting for us. We are fasting for Ashtami tomorrow as per our calendar. So tomorrow sunrise is Ashtami. When the sunrise is Ashtami, though it starts today, today sunrise is Saptami, tomorrow sunrise is Ashtami. In the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we practice the sunrise time. The sunrise is Ashtami tomorrow. Tomorrow we are fasting. Today no fasting. So you can have nice prasadam. And tomorrow we will be fasting and observing the Janmashtami even more rigorously than today. So today we can do more service, more activity for the pleasure of the Lord. Shri Krishna Janmashtami Mahotsav ki, Shri Krishna Balaram ki, Shri Nitai Gauranga ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.